Hello again, friends, and welcome to a little bit more Dark Souls 3. Now, when last we played, I finally got access to Lothric Castle, and upon gaining that access, immediately took a side path that led me somewhere else, shall we say. Certainly not in the castle anymore. Or Kansas, for that matter. Yeah, last time we defeated Champion Gundyr, who was perhaps an iteration of the first boss, who was more in his prime. He was certainly more difficult to fight. Had to summon a little bit of help, of which I'm not ashamed. But yeah, since we beat him, I figured we may as well go ahead and start out here, and see what else we can find, while we're in this dark reflection of Firelink Shrine. Probably already see up ahead the folks inhabiting this area are also a little bit different. Gonna spook this boy, if I can. It's probably a little too high for me. Oh, got him. Sometimes when you're on a different height from your enemy, it can be difficult to backstab them. Oh, he got there first. So yeah, we've got a little bit different clientele, shall we say. No more just hollows hanging around. We've got the big boys. Probably remember these guys from Dark Souls 1. I feel like I've said several times. Oh! That one hurt. Good night. He's not a good knight, he's a bad knight. I've had to take a little bit of time off in between recording episodes lately, so I feel like a lot of my muscle memory has unfortunately faded over time. I haven't been able to kind of keep up probably what I should be. Just in terms of practiced skill at this game. Maybe isn't a good thing, considering we are approaching end-game level content. You know, we do alright. But his friend is already here. Let's dodge that quick. That didn't give me a lot of Estus. Okay, a little better this time. No item drops from either of you, that's rude. But yeah, we've got a bit of an oddity going on here, as I've already made clear, and as it's probably clear from the visuals around here. We have a Firelink Shrine. Not necessarily our Firelink Shrine. But one that seems a fair bit less, shall we say, worse for wear. Oh. I folded real bad. So yeah, it's never really explained in the game, but as I said earlier, we are clearly no longer in Lothric Castle. Though we started up there. We entered the realm of the king, Osieros, who was consumed with his boy child, whom we never actually see. But whom he does crush underfoot during our combat. You know, once we beat him, we find a little shrine to the dragons. You know, I guess every king needs a hobby, and Lothric king's hobby was worshipping Dragonkin. But alas, it didn't seem to do him a whole lot of good. Besides, I suppose, turn him into a dragon, which, if you're into that, I guess that's cool. Kind of shield bash, too? Okay, hold into nothing there. Hit the wombo combo, boy. Ah, I knew it. I knew I rolled too soon. Alright, I think it's time to YOLO run for the item behind that guy. I just lost a lot of souls, so I got nothing to lose now. Ain't nothing matter. I'm gonna claw grip my controller. And I'm gonna use my weapons if I need to. Actually, since I'm just sprinting, I don't know why I'm claw gripping, but it seems to be big YOLO practice. Alright, 2200 souls received. And I got the Hornet Ring. Which is a cool reference that I will check out momentarily. I believe I can take shelter here in the shrine itself. Yep, that would be death, that is correct. Yeah, I think those gentlemen have come down. But as I said, we received the Hornet Ring, which is the ring associated with Lord's Blade Ciaran, one of the 4 Knights of Gwyn, the First Lord. The masked Ciaran was the only woman to serve in Gwyn's 4 knights, and her curved sword granted swift death to any and all enemies of the throne. So yeah, we've got some Black Knights, we've got some paraphernalia from Gwyn's old cadre. And we have a very, very good item here. In the Coiled Sword Fragment. Fragment of the Coiled Sword of Bonfire, which served its purpose long ago. Returns caster to the last bonfire used for resting, or to the bonfire and Firelink Shrine, can be used repeatedly. Bonfires are linked to one another irreversibly, retaining their affinity long after their purpose is exhausted. So, I'm gonna go ahead and equip this bad boy. This is basically free and infinite homeward bones. I no longer have to use that consumable item to warp between bonfires. But from a lore perspective, it's interesting that again, here in this darkened, desolate, and apparently empty Firelink Shrine, we have only a fragment of the coiled sword. And some parts of Firelink are now kind of walled off by illusory walls. That's important. First I'm going to trek over here and find out that there is still one denizen of Firelink, the Shrine Handmaiden.
Well, fancy that. A lost lamb wandereth in, with nary a peep from the bell. Well, thou shouldst my purpose know. What can this old handmaid provide thee?
So the Shrine Handmaid functions much like she does in our world. Has a few different items. Some we may recognize. She actually has the entire armor set of Artorias of the Abyss, which we don't have the souls to receive at the moment. But yeah, we have Artorias' armor set, which is, I think, more of an Easter egg than anything significant lore-wise here. But it does lend some credence to the fact that the Undead Legion was actually inspired by Mr. Abyss Watcher and tried to continue on his legacy. What does she say here?
To skirt the curse's grasp, tarry not for long. 'Tis dark for now, and not a soul stirs. But remember, fires are known to fade in quiet. Or perhaps thou'rt captive already, like the poor girl.
Perhaps thou art captive already, like the poor girl.
To skirt, tarry not, 'tis dark, or perhaps like the best not tarry long.
So she tells us basically to get out as quick as we can. All we got left of Andre here is his hammer. So the Shrine Handmaiden seems to be under the impression that it's not good to stay in this place. But there is one thing that needs getting here. And that is behind yet another illusion wall. It leads to the same place as the one from earlier. Interesting lore question here. We receive the eyes of a firekeeper, which I'm absolutely going to read the description of. Reveals horrors to the sightless firekeeper. A pair of dark eyes, said to be the eyes of the first firekeeper, and the light that was lost by all firekeepers to come, and reveal to the sightless firekeepers things that they should never see. So, of course, we're going to give them to our firekeeper when we get back to our firelink, because that item is involved with the ending that I'm going for. But yeah, here apparently is the corpse of the first firekeeper of all, who had eyes, unlike all subsequent firekeepers, and apparently saw horrible things with them. Just how horrible we'll have to see for ourselves. Or perhaps our firekeeper will have to see for us. I'm not sure how much else there is to explore here. I think primarily... Oh yeah, you can get the Seed of Giant Tree here. There's a Dark Souls 2 reference. I think the Seed of the Giant Tree allows invaders to be hit by, the enemies in your world. When people invade you, enemies in your world do not react to them. But with the seed, they will hit your invaders as well. I guess you can get up there. I'm not going to try for this floor. I don't think there's anything. I did it. I don't think there's anything up here. Triggerhead, maybe? That could be a lie. Because there's technically no non-glitchy way to get up here in this version of Firelink. Yeah, the chest is empty. Don't think... Yeah, ain't nothing up here, but that's okay. You can glitch hop your way up there. We've still got the 4 thrones for the 4 lords. that are, well, 5 lords that are conspicuously empty. So yeah, it appears, as I use my coiled sword to peace out, it appears that we have stumbled upon a portal to a different version of our world. One in which, I think the description is correct, a world in which the champion came late to the festivities and was greeted by a shrine without fire and a bell that would not toll. I think we have just seen a vision of the land of Dark Souls, Lothric, or whatever you want to call it, in which the champion of Ash failed. And I think that champion of Ash, pretty clearly, was meant to be Gundyr.
Ah, found her, did we? And the black eyes that shimmer within, I see. 'Tis as if it were but yesterday. We did all we could to spare her from them. Much has happened since. Mayhap I should apprise thee of what the thin light of these eyes might reveal to the eyeless firekeeper. Scenes of betrayal, things never intended for her ken, visions of this age's end.
So, our buddy Ludleth here actually knows a bit about what happened back then. Apparently he's aware that the original Firekeeper did get eyes, and through those eyes saw a vision of betrayal. And that's pretty clearly a betrayal of her purpose. So it seems that that first Firekeeper did not help in linking the fire for that age, but rather with her eyes saw something different and chose to go a different way. And perhaps her decision is why Gundyr was late to the festivities, so to speak, and never got to fulfill the task that he was brought back for. So yeah, just a little bit of extra flavor to that.
The eyes show a world destitute of fire, a barren plain of endless darkness, a place born of betrayal. So I willed myself Lord to link the fire, to paint a new vision. What is thine intent?
So in this same era, this original, I guess, linking, Ludleth himself chose to link the fire in spite of not really being a champion. And we can assume this isn't perhaps the very first linking of the fire, considering I think the canon that in Dark Souls 1 you were the first to link it after Lord Gwyn. But I guess there was an age, perhaps a parallel age. It's not entirely clear to me now, but there was an original linking of the fire that kind of got bungled by the Firekeeper having these eyes. I'm just looking now at Gundyr's equipment we can get with Champion Gundyr's Soul. Yeah. Prisoner's Chain is pretty good. You take extra damage, but you get Vigor, Endurance, and Vitality. I don't always use that. I might just use his soul to get souls. But maybe in a little bit. I don't know if I have enough to level up. So yeah, I'll just keep that around for a minute. But yeah, given what I know about the endings of this game, I actually do intend to give our Firekeeper a gift.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak thine heart's desire. Ashen One, are these eyes? How gracious of thee, Ashen One. The very things we Firekeepers have been missing.
So she just accepts them. and is actually pretty grateful for them. And I love, I guess, the ambiguity of these decisions, because there's so many people, the Shrine Handmaid of that other Fire Link, Ludlith himself, all telling you, basically, get out of here, don't think about these eyes, don't give them to the Firekeeper, whatever you do, because they will show her a vision of betrayal, of a land without fire, of something barren and desolate and terrible in their own minds. But it's interesting because the Firekeeper receives them as a simple gift of something. Of course, Firekeepers have been missing from the beginning. You know, I think even Anastasia, the Firekeeper in Dark Souls 1, was also missing her. No, she wasn't missing her. She was originally missing her tongue, but when you restore her after Lothric kills her, her tongue is restored as well. But she tells you then that she's never meant to speak either. And so there's this weird suppression of the Firekeepers that's been going on from the beginning. And it's almost as if there's something that somebody doesn't want the world to know about when it comes to the Firekeeper's role. And it's just very interesting.
Ashen One, my thanks for the eyes thou'st given. But Firekeepers are not meant to have eyes. It is forbidden. These will reveal through a sliver of light frightful images of betrayal. A world without fire. Ashen One, is this truly thy wish?
Now, you don't actually have to make a decision here. If you want, you can walk away, roll away, whatever, and you don't have to make a decision in this conversation yet. I myself know what I'm going for, and so, yes, I wish for a world without flame.
Of course. I serve thee, and will do as thou bidst. This will be our private affair. No one else may know of this. Stay thy path. Find lords to link the fire, and I will blindly tend to the flame. Until the day of thy grand betrayal. Farewell, Ashen One. Mayst thou thy peace discover.
I love how her ending dialogue changes from "May the flames guide thee" to "Mayst thou thy peace discover." So yeah, we have kind of locked ourselves in to an ending now. One in which there will be a terrible betrayal. At least in the minds of those who wish to keep the fire going. And keep this present age moving as it is right now. But again, I think the game already has, and even the series up to this point has shown us that there's more going on than what this divine quest would have us believe. So yeah, that was a bit of a diversion, I'll admit. But I do want to actually get a little bit into the bones of Lothric Castle. We hooked a left here, initially, to visit the Consumed King's Garden. But actually take a minute to prowl around the castle proper. Unfortunately, this guy hits like a truck. He's gonna lunge like that. Whew. For better or for worse, this game makes it very easy to stun lock people. So I know that there is a contingent of players who think the straight swords in this game are very, very broken, and They're kind of right, I'll admit. There was some correctness to that thought. Straight swords are very, very good in Dark Souls 3. So that's why I wanted to try something different. Once you can catch these guys with their shields down, you can kind of unlock them into oblivion. Yeah, we're back fighting the Lothric Castle Guard. The knights that we saw at the beginning of the game. Actually right outside of Emma's domain. Are back, and they're a lot beefier now. But luckily, we've actually got a bonfire right here. Which if you want, reset the loop and go ham on these guys. Makes actually for some pretty good soul farming. I think I actually walked right past this guy last time. But yeah, these little healer boys are quite annoying. So I try and take care of them as well. And they're just more souls, which is nice too. Got a chest here. There's the prayer set, which I'll actually take a look at real quick. I can find my way through the menus. Hood of Prayer. Prince Lothric's hood. The prince, destined to be a Lord of Cinder, was cherished by the royal family despite being born into illness, a frail and shriveled child. His swaddling clothes were made of aged coarse cloth, used in ancient prayer, and are all that he has ever worn. So, the boy has not had a change of clothes in his whole life. And we actually find he was born sickly and frail. Just a little bit of foreshadowing, some flavor. The good Prince Lothric, before we get to him. Frail, sickly child at the end of all this. I will simply tell you that remember we're playing Dark Souls. Things are not very nice for many people in this world. That's up to me. Seen you guys before. I tend not to fight them very often, so as a result, I'm not very good at it. 3-hit combos really work. But we got his twin axes, which is pretty neat. Not really for our build, but neat nonetheless. And I believe we've got more illusory walls. Got a painting of one of these winged knights. And the winged knight armor set. And the sacred bloom shield. Which is more cosmetic, I think, than anything. Sacred bloom may protect against spells and or miracles. Hard to say. I could look it up, but I don't intend to use that shield, so I might leave that a mystery for now. I think I've looked at enough lore for this gameplay. Try not to allow these gameplay sequences to just turn into when he reads things. Okay. He's faster than I am. This is pretty. This is great. I love video games. An ember. Works just about as well. If not better. Yeah, there's a lot of soldiers over here. Boy oh boy, do they like to throw that mist. Did I mention there are a lot of soldiers around here? Some standard bolts. Little boy's gonna try and climb up here. No. Maybe over here. Oh, just gonna wait. Alright, I've got a lot of chunks now. There's a shot that I could get my scythe up to 15. Plus 15. And they give you another bonfire up here, which is nice. The next area is a doozy. Another ember. You may notice there are a lot of corpses around and or empty sets of armor. Yeah, that's something. Slide on back to fire a little bit. Using this gun to your soul? Oh yeah. More than.
Welcome, host. Very then taken.
And I really do think I want a little bit more endurance.
Farewell, Ashen One. Mayst thou thy peace discover.
Thank thee. Like I say, I think I can bring my scythe up another level.
Ah, 'tis good, wasn't he?
Got no shards. I got no shards to hold me down. Yep. I got 6 chunks. That'll get my scythe to plus 8. And you know, I do believe it is possible to get another Titanite slab. Maybe 2 more before too late into the game. So you know what, YOLO. Yep, I'm gonna give myself a plus 10 scythe. Supreme weapon reinforcement.
Prithee, be careful. I don't want to see.
I think I was doing 380 some damage before. Two-handing my scythe, and now we're at 435, so that's a pretty good increase. Pretty good. I don't have bone shards either. Alright, let's make it on up to the Dragon Barracks. Now this area has been known to just mash me to a pulp. So we'll see how well I handle it. I may notice something large hanging out over there. But not to worry. Because not only there's him, there's him. Welcome to the Dragon Barracks. We got fun in games. Luckily, there's a path down here. We'll get you out of their line of fire. Kill it that quick. He was absolutely going to transform into the pus of man. Which I don't desire. Ooh, got him too. Good. Can't always get both of them before they transform. Some more Twinkling Titanite as well. So yeah, this is the area where they really start to... Oh, Paladies! Paladies. Pilates? Pilates. We got ourselves an invader. Let's see if I get bamboozled. Probably will. Because I know that the game itself is going to bamboozle me here. You know what? Since we're up here, where he is, I'm gonna try something that I've never gotten to do before. Enemies in my world can now hit my invader. Get that in first. This is now a game of cat and mouse. Favorite end battle. Well, I don't know where he is. They are. I'm assuming Zender. But, dude. Hands. I really didn't think that could hit me down there. Okay. Let's, I guess, plow on forward here. Try to bait some dudes out here, because there are many of them. Hornet combo is pretty nice. Don't you start, he's gonna be friggin' good. Well, he's just gonna camp there and throw those stupid balls at me. Ow. This is why I bait. Oh, you hit me first. Why I still have no idea where my invader is. At this point, I'm a little afraid to ask. The seed has lost its potency. Yeah, there's pain down there. I'm not the best equipped right now to deal with that. I think I might try to open up the area a little bit more. After he comes down, I want his fire to go away too. And now we run. We run. There he friggin' is. I knew it. He's gonna get me. Woo, boy. Yep. I knew it. Yep. Friggin' magic user. Well, not gonna be embered now. Which is gonna be a little better because there won't be any invaders. So he was camping right over there. The dragons still see me even if I use poop. But it's YOLO time once again, ladies and gentlemen. And I died. Good. Yeah, this area will wreck you. Oh boy. So, spook's not gonna do me much good. Would have saved me a little health, I suppose, but... Alright, doing a little better this time. And we're going to run again. Oh, we actually didn't get the dragon's attention this time. That's good. Alright, good. This is a good place to be. Nope. He did not die, but that's okay. There are a lot of hollows in this room, as you can probably tell. Is he just hanging out now? I don't like you just hanging out down here. Did your AI break? Oh, there he is. Come on. AI. Well, I guess I'll just leave him to his own devices. Ah, yes. Another Titanite chunk out here. Not going down there yet. There's something I need to take care of right here. So this dragon is giving me all sorts of things. He is also affected with the pus of man. Pretty sure that stuff hurts me. I do not care to use my firebomb on him. Because he has killed that dragon. And bizarrely, I don't know why, it actually kills the other dragon by attacking this one's foot. So I have now spared myself having to dodge blasts of fire on my way throughout this courtyard, and they stay dead. So that is a great feeling. Grab some items around here. More lightning urns. Go ahead and take care of this guy. And more hollows. Just everywhere. And we got some more firebombs for our trouble. So yeah, it's very easy to get overwhelmed in here. Moreover, when you get up to this top level, you gotta kill this lantern guy. If you recall from the beginning of Lothric, the outskirts of Lothric Castle that you start out in, those guys will sound alarm, and will wake up every other hollow that hasn't already attacked you. So a good idea to get him out of the way. So you're free to attack these guys in peace. One more. I like to get rid of the furniture here. Because I'm about to have myself a fight with a box of wood. I don't know if there are any other mimics that walk on all fours in this game. As I recall, I think that's the first one I ever fight in most of my playthroughs. Yeah, if you make it all the way up here, you can open that gate there, which with the dragons dead, makes for a pretty decent shortcut. But we do have some pretty beefy Lothric knights standing guard down there. So I think, for now, we're gonna run back to Lothric, or not, the Firelink Shrine, not Lothric. I guess it's all in Lothric. It's all said and done. But let's see if we can get another level here. 11,000. That was 10, so that's not bad. Should have used both those. That puts me right at 39. Need 300 more. So we'll just be a little bit over.
Welcome home, speak. Very then taken.
I'll give myself an even 24 endurance.
Farewell, Ash, mayst thou thy peace discover.
Thank thee. So yeah, we made, this is more of a lore-heavy episode, but we made a little progress into Lothric Castle, and, discovered some of the mysteries of the early days of the linking of the First Flame, and, kind of uncovered a little bit more explicitly than ever before, some of the strange practices surrounding that, and, perhaps even abuse of those involved. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff, at least to me. Again, hope it wasn't too lore heavy, too much Andrew reading text on the screen. But thank you all for sticking around. Hope you enjoy the series still, and I'll see you in the next one as we continue to explore Lothric Castle, maybe even find the prince himself. So I'll see you then.